Now we're going to shade the set A prime intersection the set B union C prime. How's that going to work? Let's draw the sets A, B, and C again. Now we're intersecting A prime with B union C prime. How are we going to do B union C prime? Well, let's start by shading the set C prime. Of course, let's label the sets. We have A here, B here, C here. The set C prime is everything outside of the set C. And I'm not going to bother shading C, I'm just going to shade C prime. And let's go ahead and shade this up and to the right. Oh, I just messed up. I was a little careless there, so I'm going to explain that in a minute and we'll fix that. I shouldn't have shaded anything inside of C because I was trying to shade C prime. Got distracted there and made what would be a fatal error if I was actually trying to get the right shading. So let me white that out just to reinforce the fact that we're shading everything outside of C. Now every region outside of C has been shaded. We know that there are 8 regions in this graph. This region is outside of C and it's been shaded. There's a region here, a region here, and a region here. They're all outside of C and they've been shaded. The 4 regions inside of C remain unshaded. So I'm going to indicate that that's the set C prime. And the shading is diagonally up and to the right. Now I want to take the union of that with B. We want B union C prime, and we'll figure out a shading to go for that. If it's in C prime, it's going to be shaded. If it's in B, it's going to be shaded. Now B union C prime, what's that mean? Okay, the set B is right here. So all of set B has to be shaded. This is a union. We're going to include everything in both sets. So I'm going to be sure that I shade all 4 regions of B. And that's my start for B union C prime. Then I have to shade all of C prime. So this shading is going to extend into all the regions that are part of C prime. Now this is not an intersection. In other words, I've shaded everything that was cross-hatched or shaded with a diagonal and up to the right lines, everything in C prime as well as everything in B. So everything with this diagonal downward and to the right shading is part of B. Then I want to intersect that with the set A. With the set A prime. So I'm going to have to shade A prime. Let's go ahead and shade A prime with vertical lines. Now that means everything that's outside of A is going to get shaded. That means here's A prime. So everything with the vertical shading is part of A prime. All the regions that are not part of A, all the 4 regions outside of A, 1, 2, 3, 4 regions, are all vertically shaded. So there's A prime. Now we want A prime intersection B union C prime. That set is going to be everything that has both this shading and this shading. Got to have both because it's an intersection. So where does that leave us? Okay, just go region by region. We're not going to include any of A because none of the region inside of A will be in A prime. None of the region inside of A has the vertical shading. Now we have here a region where we have both the vertical and the diagonal shadings. We're going to include this region. So let's make a little, some red squiggles there. This region has both the vertical and the diagonal downward and to the right shading, so everything in this whole region, this large region here, is going to be part of our set. And is there anything else? Well, not this region, because it doesn't have the B union C prime shading. Not this region, because while it has the B union C prime shading, it doesn't have the A prime shading. But we will shade this region because it has both shadings. It's outside of A and it's in B union C prime. So this region, and this region, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regions actually are excluded. 1, 2, 3 regions are going to be included, and there's your shading of the set.